Hello S3 and welcome to the first stage in the process of you looking at your course choice for when you go into S4 later on in this year. This is a really important time for you, so I want you just to try and listen carefully for the next couple of minutes so that I can explain to you the course choice process and how it links up with the progress reports that your teachers have now completed for you. So first of all, just when I'm talking about the progress reports there, these are now available for you to view in OneNote. So if you go into your OneNote, you will see everything that your teachers have written about you this year. And what they've done is they've actually got recommendations in that for what courses you would do well in next year as well. So you need to have a really good look at that. The teachers have commented on how well you've done this year and where your strengths are, and based on that they'll be saying to you they think you could succeed really well in National 5, or perhaps that another qualification would be better for you, or they might be saying we'd really like you to do this qualification and another one. So that's really big messages there, so it's very important that you look at that very carefully, and I'd urge you to do that over this weekend with your folks at home. The next bit that's in Teams is the Learner Pathways document. Now this is a massive document, okay? And I'm just going to explain it to you and explain what you've got to choose and things like that. So you might want to pop it open on your screen while I'm talking you through this. It's called the S4 Learner Pathways 2021-2022. There's an awful lot of reading to be done and an awful lot of information. But if you just go to the first page, everything can be accessed from there. Now what you're looking at, you can see what you've got there. You've got 6 columns. What you need to do is you need to choose one subject from each column. You're just concentrating on the top 2 rows. Top 2 sections, I should say. When you go into the senior phase, you're actually treated as one cohort along with S4, 5 and 6. So this course choice sheet, a lot of the elements in it are for S5 and 6 pupils as well. For example, you're not going to be jumping into straight away going into a level 6 qualification, because that's like a higher. What you focus on in 4th year is levels 3, 4 and 5. So the top section, and then the SCQF short courses, and I'll come back to that in a minute. You'll notice that all the fonts are different colours, and there is a reason for that. The courses that are written in black are your traditional, what you will have heard of as National 3, National 4, National 5 qualifications. But what we're really proud of at Galashiels Academy is the blue courses that we offer as well. And what we call them is that they're SCQF courses. Now, what that means is, unlike the National 5 courses, there's no exam at the end of the year for these. They're assessed in a different way. And we find that suits a lot of our pupils better. They're of the same value as a National 5 course, they're just taught slightly differently. So, for example, we've got level 4 or 5 Scottish Studies, and your social subjects teachers might have been recommending you to follow that course, and you can see that in your progress report. An NPA and team games, that's run by the PE department, and there, you might have been recommended for that as well as National 5 PE perhaps, or maybe instead of. If you click on any of these courses, what the document does is it links to a page which gives you more information about these courses. And then you can just keep going back, okay? So if you click on anything, have a wee play about with it just now so you can get more information. And it also tells you what teacher you can contact for more information as well. Teachers want to talk to you about this, and if you've got any questions, just get in touch with them. They're wanting to help you make the right decision. We talk about our values being value, skills and qualification to be the best we can be. That's what everybody in this school wants for you. So if you want to know if you're going to manage to succeed in that subject, or do they think that would be better doing something else, or you don't know what graphic communication is, go and ask them and find out. This is such an important decision. There are also another option is the Borders College. You know how some of our young people go away to college on the Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Now, because of the COVID situation this year, we're not 100% sure what courses are on offer at Borders College. So what you've got on the third page of that document is some information that is subject to change. Okay? If I get clarification on what's on offer shortly, then I'll let you know. But we're kind of working on an assumption there. But your pastoral staff will talk to you, pastoral teachers will talk to you a bit more about that. There's so much information to take in, and I know you know when you're reading stuff, it's not as easy. So what the S6 pupils have done this year is they've done some short clips on the subjects that are on offer. These are all on the fourth page of the document. Now, if you just go and click on them, then they're hyperlinked to some videos. So that might be more fun for you to look at, and better than just listening to me as well, probably. Couple of conditions. You're choosing one subject for each column, but you've got to choose maths or English. Now, if you look in column B, there are other options apart from maths. You can do maths or you can do applications of maths. Now, your maths teachers will have been talking to you about the pathway that you're on there, okay? And of course, you must do English. So really, you've got 4 columns to choose from. Couple of conditions there. The first condition is that for subjects that are National 3, 4, 5, you must have studied them in third year. So you can't come into a course in fourth year that you haven't done in third. The other wee quirky thing is some of the columns are split in 2 for the short courses. So for example, in column A, we've got level 5 painting, level 5-6 Youth Achievement Award, and level 5 drawing. So what you could do is you could choose 2 of them. You could choose painting and drawing, and that would make up your whole 5 periods. You could choose painting and Youth Achievement Award. But that would be an instead of anything in this top left-hand box for column A. Wonder if there's anything else that I need to tell you about that. No, I don't think so. I think I've probably covered everything on the course choice sheet. What I've also dropped into Teams and sent out is some information about the SCQF framework. We are an SCQF ambassador school, and we've got a lot of information that's very useful, particularly for parents, because when you were at school, your parents were at school, they would probably be talking about O grades maybe, and things are different there. And there's a nice document that actually explains how a National 5 now, what it would have been like when your parents were at school. So that's useful for them to help you in the course choice process. So this all ties up with your PLP, your progress report that your teachers have been completing. At the end of your progress report, there's a form that's to be filled in, and this is your course choice form. Now, you can make a start on that now. Get talking to your folks at home, get looking at all the stuff that's available, and start preparing really well for your interview with your pastoral teacher. Start to complete that. Your pastoral teacher will have an interview with you sometime after. They're going to start on Wednesday this week, so maybe you already know when they're going to be talking to you about this. But it's good to do a lot of preparation beforehand and have an idea of the subjects that you might want to do, and start filling in that table. When you actually have your interview with your pastoral teacher, they'll be looking at what you've discussed, but they'll also be looking at other bits of information. The other bits of information that they're going to look at is a couple of spreadsheets. One spreadsheet which has got all the information from the teachers that says what subjects they would like, what level you could achieve if you continued in that subject. Another bit of data that we use is they'll let you know which subjects have got the best attainment data and where you're most likely to succeed. And we've got that's tracked back for a few years now. So we want to direct you into the subjects that you're most likely to do your best in. One thing that the pastoral team have told me that was really useful when they were doing their course choice interviews with S2 pupils going into S3 was that when they set up the interviews, if parents were there as well, then that was quite useful, and was meant that you could have a joint conversation. That might not be possible for all parents, of course, I understand that, but what they're saying to me is that you're more than welcome to join them at that interview if you would like. I think the last thing for me is that I need to have a deadline for this so that I can sort it out for the timetable. So the deadline that I need you to have this all completed is the 10th of February. So you've got a good bit of time to be doing this properly and well. And bear in mind, if you miss this deadline, you're less likely to get your choices, and also you can't change your mind after that deadline as well, because that affects how the timetable's set up. I said a couple of minutes for this video, and I'm noticing at the top of my iPad there I've gone on to over 11 minutes, so apologies about that. It's difficult to get all that information into one, and it's really important. I normally put it in a letter, but I thought this way was better, so that you can go back through it again and make sure that everything's clear. I try my best for you, I always will, and if there's things that are causing you problems, or if you're worried about anything, or you've got questions around the way the course choice sheet's been set up, ask your pastoral teacher in the first instance, and they'll keep talking to me about it. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask. Please get it right by talking to your teachers. And I'm going on a bit now, so I'm going to stop. Enjoy the process. This is about looking forward. It's, by the time you go into fourth year, hopefully things will be back to normal, or some kind of normal, and it's about looking forward, and it's about your future. And the future's good, so let's get you to where you want to be. So enjoy the process, be prepared, enjoy hearing the wonderful things that your class teachers have said about you in your progress report, and be proud and be ambitious about where you want to be. Thank you for taking the time, and I hope to see you soon.